What's up guys, it's TyranitarTube and it is finally time. We're gonna go through Kakaman's Scarlet and Violet leaks and information. I think somehow in the midst of the chaos of leaks that is happening, that the last few videos I made actually managed to cover everything else. Now all that's left is to look at Kakaman's leaks, which will bring it all together. But first we're gonna start in our safe spot and go through Riddler Khu's newest riddles. The first one is this picture of a lady with a bow. Obviously this hints something like a bow Pokemon, which would be sick. How they've not done that yet? Aside from the Decidueye, this dude doesn't really use the bow, he just flings an arrow out of nowhere. Okay, fine, he kinda makes a bow out of his grass, but an actual Pokemon with a bow. The context to this riddle is some kind of ice Pokemon. And here's one idea by Drudagon, who says that it's Kyudo, a form of Japanese archery that's not about war, but about spirituality. So at least to some ideas, like it being an ice psychic type. Spirituality might be a strong word, it's about just the practice of it as an art form. You never know, a pure ice bow Pokemon would be insane. I won't go too into ideas because we're about to Kakaman it up. Here's some other stuff Khu posted. Someone asked Khu, Mr. Khu, does Genesect get any love in Titan? Download was removed from the game. How could you do that? Wait, what do y'all have against download? It's like such a simple ability. Next tweet. Remember how Khu in an earlier tweet said that there are two Pokemon that get both a past and a future form? He essentially tweets later that one of the Pokemon Kakaman teased as getting a past or future form actually gets both and is one of the ones Khu was talking about. Damn, why are people saying Gallade and Gardevoir? The Kakaman say these guys get past and future forms? It'd be crazy. In other news, this is the saddest thing. Someone asks Khu if they think K-Man will run out of leaks soon. Nope. If he wants, he could spoil it all. Frick, Kakaman, somebody come find this man. But the telephone game will bring inevitable confusion. We'll add on this after, but of course Kakaman is Google translating from his language into Japanese and English, and then the people who read his tweets are getting a broken version of the actual leak. Kakaman seems to be kind of a hasty leaker, so he could be partially misinformed, miss things in the game, and some of the stuff he said could be lost to translation. When people in Khu's comments are speculating using Kakaman's leaked information, like how there are no starters from the first HNs in the game, Khu just tells us it's fake. Kakaman was wrong there. If Kaka was wrong about this, he was probably wrong about other stuff too. Khu literally said that we're playing a telephone game. A lot of what K-Man says probably is right, but don't get ahead of yourselves. Anyhow, Khu did say that the Chinese community likes to search 4chan, so Khu shows this photo from 4chan. Still no Kamen Rider inspired bug fighting Pokemon. It hurts. And Khu pretty much says that there is a Pokemon like that in the game, though it's not bug fighting. The duality of man. Wake up baby, go to sleep baby. Here's Kamen Rider. He's this bug looking superhero and he rides around on a motorcycle as someone sings his name. Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider. Now Khu does say that he's technically hinted it, but we took his hint the wrong way. This will come into play later. Bug Dragon? That would be crazy. It would surely have to be part bug. Aid us and wake up. They ain't sitting this close to each other. Khu will snuff him out. I will come out and snuff you out. Here's another one. The gimmick is a mess by the telephone games. The way we understand the gimmick seemed pretty solid. The whole you get the stab of a new typing being the gimmick essentially. Bro, if that's wrong, that's insane. Anyhow, there's a couple more things. Someone asks Khu about the dolphin Pokemon. Khu says it has a big surprise and I don't want to spoil it. How could a freaking dolphin man have a surprise? There ain't nothing a dolphin can do to surprise me. Unless the dolphin has a sick typing. Is there any unused combinations? What if it's like a water fire dolphin? Couple other things. Look at this tweet from Khu. By the way, Pawmi 3 stage and you saw it. What do you mean? You can't just say that. Pawmi has a 3rd stage? Bro, they went crazy on this Pikachu clone. No Pikachu clones ever evolve. Except Pikachu. Now we have a Pikachu that's evolving. It evolves twice. Well, we saw this weird leaked Pawmi from Kakaman. The image probably is real, but this man gonna evolve again? He says, and you saw it. That better not be the 3rd stage, I swear. So there's the duality of ideas. One idea going around is that maybe Pawmi's 3rd form will become like Gorochu. It's finally happening. And then the other side is maybe Pawmi has a baby form. And so this is the 3rd stage one. Check this one out. Kakaman provided images. It doesn't mean every other thing worded from him is also correct. You gotta understand though, this uncertainty that Kakaman has wrong information is what makes it exciting. Because every point you read, you're not certain it's true. Next Khu tweet. You are all looking forward to a grass fire type mon. It does exist and it's not Smoliv. Wait for your spoon. Stop bro. In the middle of the night I had to jab beside me just in case. just in case. Most of our riddle picks straightforwardly tell the appearances of new Pokemon, like Bulls, Firestarter, Sliced Puppy, Transportation form of Box Legendary, Small of Evolution, etc. Okay, this is true. He showed us the Bulls, he meant what we speculate is Tauros regional form. The Firestarter, he showed a crocodile with the chicken on its head, and at first I thought it was a cockatrice, but I've been hearing something about the way he made that riddle photo. Fuecoco might literally look like that photo without it being a cockatrice. The Sliced Puppy, is he telling us that the sliced bread puppy photo is a sliced puppy? I don't think it's the ghost type dog Kaka talked about, cause who says he's only teased one and that Kaka said a different one? Maybe it's some kind of spring dog. Okay, with that we're mostly done. Thank you very much, Khu. Now we move on to Kakaman. Once and for all. This will go down in the history books. You wanna see something hilarious? Someone asked Kakaman, can you give us some Fuecoco info if you have any? No. Kakaman, shut up! Man spoils everything in the game and refuses to give Fuecoco information. Make the kid's day. Bruh, what the heck is this? Snubble to Grumble to something? He has an evolution? Nah, bro. Where do I freaking start? It's so weird that even amidst all the leaks you hear, that for me, some of the most exciting things are when I read some of Khu's riddles still. So when he talked about another RF that crossed from the sea to the land, the speculation that that could maybe be an R fake of Lapras is way more fun than reading Kakaman's raw leaks. We about to fly through all this right now and then wait 4 months in silence. Like Pokemon, you actually incompetent that you haven't caught Kakaman yet, that you let this happen. You suck, bro. When other games leak, you get like a bit of information from it. You let a man leak everything about the game. The man has surely made a mistake censoring some of his photos. You couldn't locate him. The man is not English or Japanese. You can tell by his tweets. The first account he had seemed to be a photo in Taiwan. Go look for the people you gave the game to that speak Chinese. You'll find Kakaman. He's freaking right there. It makes no sense to me. They actually haven't found him yet. I don't want him behind bars. I want him in timeout. I want him to in the corner, facing the corner. Don't throw snowballs, Kakaman. Okay, so let me warm you up with stuff we do know about Kakaman so far. He said there are 4 sub-legendaries in the game. People took that as a quartet, like the Tapus, which would be pretty cool. It's an open world game. Maybe the extra legendaries will have more flair to them. This could be sick. The next thing he said, of course, is that Dunsparce has an evolution. And earlier we had some confusion whether only female Dunsparces could evolve, but both genders can. And he's also told us that Girafarig has an evolution, which is my freaking favorite. Remember when we first thought that was the RF? We had no idea what the R fakes were. That evolution is beyond perfect. This is what's cool when they have to make regional forms or cross evolutions for Pokemon in a new gen, is that they have to go back and look at their old Pokemon. Girafarig's story was concluded. It just was a giraffe that had a weird tail. They opened Girafarig's book up again and they decided to combine the 2 parts of it together. So now the tail is over its head. And of course, the last thing we remember from Kakaman is that Murkrow now has a different evolution. We still don't know if Murkrow has a regional form or not, but based off the way it seems so far, Murkrow itself literally has a new way to evolve in this game. There's a couple of fun ideas with this. Remember when Khu tweeted this tweet, which we read as Scarlet and Violet's villain? We thought it said Crozu like Team Crows. What if Murkrow's new evolution is the signature Pokemon of their leader, if they are Team Crows? At least in Japanese, if you look at Murkrow's name, it's the word for darkness and the word for crow. And then Honchcrow's name literally describes how we see Honchcrow. You know how you look at Honchcrow and it looks like a businessman? That's what its name is in Japanese. It's Don Ankarasu, the mafia boss of crows. So maybe if Murkrow has a different evolution, it would have to take a different path. So instead of being the mafia boss, maybe he's like a hitman or something. He's the right-hand man, but equivalent to the boss. Now, to tell you a new one. We're talking about new evolutions, right? Cross-gen evolutions. So what cross-gen means is that you are not getting a regional form that evolves. You are the one evolving. It's a true sequel to a Pokemon. With that in mind, let's look back at this Khu riddle. That guy mentioned cross-gen evolution stuff. Here's your hint to help him out. 12225. So, Wooper and all, he don't count, because that's not a cross-gen evolution. So what do we know? It would seem one is Murkrow, one is Girafarig, and one is Dunsparce. So it just leaves a Pokemon from Gen 1 all the way back in 1996 that will evolve again, and a Pokemon in Gen 5. Who do we think they are? The Gen 1 Pokemon? Primeape has an evolution. That's insane. He freaking deserved one too. This man's gonna evolve? Yo, Ash, you better go get your Primeape. You better evolve this man when you go to the Paldea region or whatever. Bro, this man's gonna be the king of the jungle. His name's literally gonna be like the King Ape Pokemon. You're evolving this man again. God, it feels so good to have real cross-gen evolutions. And look at this. Its number in the Pokedex is over 1,000. Primeape, bro. You couldn't figure this out? Yo, this is so gas. But what a freaking way to find out, eh? So that's the one in Khu's tweet. I can't believe you, Khu. You knew all this information. Let's look at Primeape's name and see if we can figure out a correlation. You think he would stay a pure fighting type? Surely he would, but maybe they'd want to make it unique since many fighting types, Conkeldurr, Machamp, they just stay the same. Yo, check this out. Mankey's name may be a combination of man and monkey. Why, bro? He doesn't look any more like a man. He looks like a pig. Okay, so its Japanese name is is Mankey. Alright, let's go to his Chinese name. Forget this. It's Ho for monkey and Guai for monster. He's a monkey monster? Look how small he is, bro. Then again, he'd probably rip your nose off. So monkey monster, and then Primeape's name is Fiery Burst Monkey. He's a very enraged monkey. Fiery Burst Monkey. So when he evolves again, and granted, he did not say Mankey evolves. He said Primeape evolves. When he evolves again, there's two paths he could take. Bro, it literally says the pig monkey Pokemon. How is it man and monkey? He could either get more angry and just turn into this crazy Pokemon, or he finally calms himself down and he's like this sage Primeape. Which path do you think he'll take? Both Mankey and Primeape are angry Pokemon. They both have Vital Spirit or Anger Point as their abilities. They're meant to be full of energy. So that would lead you to think that its new evolution would also be angry. But surely after all these years when you're revisiting a Pokemon, I mean, look at him. His number is 57 in the Dex. What's his evolution gonna be, 1,057? After all these years, would you keep the same character up? Or would you put a spin on Primeape? I would think they'd put a spin on it. He should actually become the king of the jungle. He should have some crown on his head. Primeape's base stats are 455. So when he evolves, he's gonna be like as strong as a starter Pokemon. So going back to Khu's tweet, that just leaves Gen 5. What is the Gen 5 Pokemon that will evolve? Last time I went through a bunch of Gen 5 Pokemon. Musharna, Zebstrika, Sock and Throw, Maractus, Cryogonal. Do you know what Pokemon they chose to evolve? They focused on one of the least popular Pokemon in Gen 5 to evolve. Bisharp gets an evolution. That is insane! When this first got leaked, it was going around as Pawniard gets an alternate evolution. No one knows how, but the idea is going around is maybe they're gonna refer to the rest of the chessboard. So Pawniard is a pawn. I guess what happened is Pawniard went to the end of the board and became a bishop. Why don't you become the queen, bro? It made sense in that case that Pawniard, who's a pawn, could evolve into the different chess pieces. Like, you could do this for a couple gens, just introduce a new chess piece, and then introduce the king and queen Bisharp as like a sub-legendary in another region. But nowadays, it's being translated to Bisharp being the one that evolves, which is insane, because Bisharp is already a used Pokemon. Like, I don't see many people using Primeape, but people are using Bisharp. They're using its Sucker Punch, its Defiant ability. Bisharp has a base stat total of 490 and 125 attack. That attack stat's gonna go insane. When Ursaring evolved, it got 50 base stat points. So it's around 50, 60 base stat points that you'd get. It's just all gonna go into his attack, defense, and speed. It's gonna be insane. I think the right way to do this is if he stays a bishop. He doesn't evolve into a different piece somehow. And then do it in future games. Introduce regional variants for Pawniard where they all evolve into different pieces. There we go. That's the 5 cross-gen evolution in the game. We don't know if this is every single cross-gen evolution, but I would imagine it's plenty. I mean, what do you expect them to evolve 10 Pokemon? 5 seems about right. And all 5 are really good. Like, super deserved. Even Girafarig. You're smiling now. Give it 20 minutes. Now, to add to the Bisharp idea, these are just Pawniard and Bisharp's names in English. In the other languages, they don't care. They didn't name them off the chessboard. They have Koma, which is off the shogi board, but it seems very possible that they might just have him evolve into a different chess piece. Watch this man evolve into a king and then lose all his speed. He just can't move anymore. Damn, imagine Primeape's evolution is like old. He has white hair and he's like a grandpa. Well, there they are. The 5 cross-gen evolutions. Pretty sick. Let's keep going. Pawmi has a 3rd stage. Thanks, Khu. Who is electric fighting. Bro, we ain't never had an electric fighting type. And you gonna start with Pawmi? What's this man gonna do? This man's got defibrillator hands. What's he gonna defibrillate you? He is. Pawmi's evolution has a new 1 PP move that can revive a fainted ally. That's insane. It sucks for the main game, but this in the metagame? Bro, people in Wi-Fi battles are gonna start healing their Pokemon. How was Pawmi the one to introduce this? It only has 1 PP, so I would imagine it doesn't have an effect like you have to sacrifice your own life. Though that might have been better. You just have Pawmi in the back of your team as a 2nd health bar. Wait, maybe that is the case. And that's why it has 1 PP, because you ain't gonna use it again. Maybe but bro, you can't defibrillate someone and die. This is kind of crazy, because remember I said when I first saw Pawmi that it looked like a 2nd stage starter? What if they really introduce, starting from this gen, a Pokemon that could be considered like the electric starter alongside the rest? They just turn like the Pikachu clones of each gen now into that. Because this is madness right here. Okay, we'll look at a couple more and then we'll look at the rest of Kakaman later. Okay, there is a new motorcycle Pokemon. Wait, what? What? You can't say that. Where did this thing come from? This is the R-Fake Lapras. It's become a motorcycle with the Lapras head. Not much we can go off here, but I thought Koraidon and Miraidon were the motorcycles. The new Flamingo Pokemon, which seems to be this screenshot here, is a flying fighting type. Bro, you don't got legs. What you gonna kick me with? That's insane how much you got competition. You better get into the ring with this man. You can have a signature string fighting attack. Anyhow, there's a couple new things. And there's no way for me to slow this down. A new coin Pokemon. This is the same one Khu probably put in his riddle. A new Earthworm Pokemon? But I'm not excited. Cool new Poison Pokemon. New Ice Pokemon. Why are these leaks here? Of course there's a Poison type, an Ice type, and a Rock type. A new Grass Fire Pokemon. Khu talked about it. And it's not Smoliv. It's gonna be Ludicolo's long-lost cousin. Cool new Fish Pokemon. You gotta stop. This is literal ass. There is a new Crab Pokemon. And then a new Frog Pokemon. A cool fish, a crab, and a frog. You might as well not tell us, Kakaman. You understand? Why would you tell me there's a freaking frog? What am I supposed to do with that information? Call my friend who loves frogs and tell him the good news? There is... This one is sick. A new Samurai Pokemon. That is insane. Is he actually gonna be some humanoid mon with a blade? Man, you know, this sounds exactly like some Darudagon. He ain't never gonna evolve. He looks cool, but he's actually ass. You can't screw this up, Game Freak, okay? Give him his own one-hit KO signature move. You already dead. That's what it's called. It's a move with 100 accuracy, but it has a 50% chance to kill you or the enemy. There is a new Shio Pokemon, which is Japanese for salt. That's well deserved. A giant piece of salt. What typing could you possibly be? I know you ain't a water type. What does salt even fall? I guess salt is like rock. There is a new engine Pokemon. It evolves once. Excellent news. Excellent news. Someone took the engine out of their car, put it on the ground, and it evolved. See this right here? This is your Pokemon. An engine. Don't say it. You freaking said it. Is this the motorcycle? Engine and motorcycle are not the same. Well, does the engine evolve into the motorcycle? These are our version exclusives. In Scarlet, you get the engine. In Violet, you get the motorcycle. That's not actually true. So, a motorcycle Pokemon, yeah? Sounds like... Kamen Rider. Maybe it's just the bike. It's a ghost bike that possesses the people who try to ride it. Kamen Rider, oh, you've never seen him. He fell victim. There are 3 new dog lines in this game. We can guess these. So obviously we have the ghost puppy that Khu talked about. This one's gonna be juicy. Then we have the bread puppy. That's like a dog split into pieces. Comedically, I would assume. Then there's a third. There are also 3 new bug lines. This probably goes hand in hand with Khu's earlier riddle where we had to find all the bugs in his programming. And we found like 4 bugs, which should mean 4 lines, but he has it written here as 3. We have a spider, which should be a reflection of the teaser from the first trailer. A cool Japanese themed bug. Maybe it's like those like rhinoceros beetles or something.
Kamen Rider, Kamen Rider.
We have a spider, a cool Japanese themed bug, and another one. The new Pokemon with the hammer is a fairy something type. This is the Pokemon that Khu said is this lolly with the hammer. It's a fairy type. And we know now it evolves twice. That's insane. This is gonna be like the Gardevoir of this game. This is gonna be a Pokemon a lot of people have on their team. It already sounds like a Pokemon with a good design too. A little humanoid fairy beating me with the hammer. This is interesting. At least it helps that we don't know too much about these Pokemon, so it could still surprise us if we see it in a trailer, just like LeChonk surprised us. So far, these specific leaks at least are tolerable, but the rest of them? Let me show you one more. This just sums up Kaka. Man, the third legendary isn't called Gendaidon. That should be Genzaidon. Genzaidon is the word for current, which is Genzai, and then Dawn, which means like dragon. I mean, it means like boss, but Pokemon names have it at the end to mean dragon, like Lizardon. The third legendary isn't called Genzaidon. That's crazy, right? There's no third legendary. Make up your mind, Kakaman. Who answered? How did we get to this point? The third legendary isn't called Genzaidon. There's no third legendary. I would hope there's a third legendary in this game. It's just a Pokemon feature we're used to. We look forward to seeing the secret one that isn't on the covers. The Zygarde or the Rayquaza. There was none for Zacian and Zamazenta. This is a strong word, but it would actually be disappointing if there wasn't one this time too. Surely, even if he's weak and only like a dragon normal type, there's a present one. There was a dragon in the current time period. I mean, we don't even know if the other ones are time travelers, but Game Freak, it's not hard to make one in the present, okay? Just make it. Anyhow, my dudes, I'm gonna end it here. Go on and shank that like button. Next video, we look at the rest of them, and this is when he talks about just the rest of them. Remember Khu's riddles? There are two pseudos that get a past or future form. There are two Pokemon that get both a past and future form. That's what we're looking at in the next video. Kakaman has posted a tweet saying, "This is the end, bye." Something like that. So hopefully he's gone for good. This man has overstayed his welcome. Shank that like button, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Not you, Kakaman.
All of that frontin' is gone. I'm out here stunning for show. Bitch, I'm a pro.